Hello everyone, Auvbri here and welcome back to another speed build in The Sims 4. So this is already the second house building video of the year. So the goal is this year to hit 100k. So 100,000 subscribers is what we're going for this year, and I think that we can do it. So we're starting off strong here. Today we're building the jungle mansion. Now this is also one of those pictures that I have had in my like little folder with all the builds that I want to do for a very long time. But I couldn't really figure out how to do it because we couldn't manipulate the terrain. Seeing that we can manipulate the terrain now, I thought it would be a good time to do it, so this is what I'm starting off with. I have chosen the location in Salvadorada, where it's kind of like excluded from the other ones, which I really thought was a cool idea. So the house is kind of located on this mountainside type of thing, which you're also going to see in the ending videos, or kind of like the video tour of the whole build. But I thought it was a really cool idea, so we're just gonna get the general shape of the build here. Now what is included in this build, you might ask? So we have 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and special little treat for you guys. You're actually going to see me do a bathroom today. Only one of them though, because honestly I forgot to do the other one, but you're gonna see me do one of them. And yeah, so 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a nice kitchen area and dining area as well. We have 2 living room spaces, so one a bit bigger than the other, and we have tons of bookcases, patio areas, and like these little balconies. So it's an overall really nice build. As you can see here, I tried to make the build look super modern looking. So it is a modern take on what I feel like a jungle mansion would look like, and I tried to really blend the modern aspect in with the jungle aspect as well. So you're gonna see me fiddling around here with tons of things that I do when I do modern builds, but you're also going to see me really blend it in with the surrounding area and putting in tons of plants, and really try to not so much hide the build away, but try to make it part of the landscape that is around the build. So that's something I did throughout this whole build, and I think it turned out so nice. I mean, you can still see that it is a modern build in the jungle, but it is somewhat excluded, and it is a bit more private, so it's not something that you will immediately see and take notice to once you actually see the builds. I feel like if you were going down like strolling through the jungle, like who does that, but just humor me here, if you were strolling through the jungle and you would kind of see this huge build that has, like, you could see some wide of it, but you couldn't really see what it was because it was so hidden with plants and stuff. That's kind of the feeling I was going for here. And we also have tons of smaller, like these little balconies throughout the builds. I just thought it was a really nice design feature, and it just made the house look so much more interesting. Here I was testing out if we could actually make part of the build in stone, just to try and implement some other aspect of the building, so it just wasn't a white cube. But I didn't really like that, so we just went back and I decided to go all in with the jungle theme. So I pulled out every single jungle plant I could find from the catalog, and I started going to town. So this is where I really started making the build feel as part of the jungle. So in the front we have like this entrance thing, so it's like a bit more of a bare patch of grass, where the rest of it is kind of overgrown, and it fits really well into the whole area. But I wanted to also have like just a patch of grass that would look managed and kind of like having a pathway leading up to the entrance of the build. So I also wanted to have on the rooftops, I wanted to have tons of plants on top of that as well, because I feel like jungle plants would grow on top of this build, and really make their mark and you know, set it apart. I feel like jungle plants could probably grow everywhere. I mean, have you seen a plant like moss, which is just the most ridiculous plant? It can literally grow on top of a stone with no need of dirt or anything. You can glue it to a stone and it will grow there, which I thought was just it's something I saw in a like nature program thing, and I just thought it was so cool. So I feel like jungle plants are kind of the same way, at least some of them, that you can kind of have them grow everywhere. So that's what we decided to do. I decided to like really get every plant into the roofing pieces and try to mix that into the surrounding area. So again, that we don't just have this big white cubes in the middle of the jungle. I wanted to have them really blend in with the surrounding areas. So the entrance to the build is downstairs, where you just saw me place the staircase here. I wanted to have a nice big staircase. I don't know why, I just feel like it was fitting of the place, and we're actually going to do something really cool with that wall against the staircase. At least I think it's really cool. And looks cool as well. But yeah, the downstairs, you walk right into a living room space. Not specifically the living room area, but there is some couches, and you know, we have the bookcases, a desk, just a overall good entrance into the build. And downstairs as well, there's also a bathroom and the master bedroom. And then we move upstairs, where we have, you walk up to the kitchen, dining room area, and to the side we have another bedroom. And on the other half of the build, kind of like this entrance, like walkway with the glass on the both sides, you walk over to the other half of the build, which is where you're gonna have the main living room space and the biggest bathroom, which also hosts a washing machine and a dryer. So yeah, that's the build. So here's when I started to fiddle around with what we could do against this wall, and I love these bookcases. I mean, I would love to have bookcases like this in real life, so I needed to use them here, and also just because they fit in so well. So the style that you're going to see me use in this build is a bit of everything. I just pulled out items that I thought looked really good together. I tried to keep it earth tones, like with a jungle mixture in there, but also I used a lot of stuff from the vintage glamour stuff as well. And just having that wall of the bookcases makes it look not so harsh. I mean, it breaks up the wall a bit, and there's always something in the build, I feel like, that leads your eyes to another place. So there's always something interesting to look at. I wanted to have the kitchen kind of match the bookcases, but not match so much that it was just like tacky. So I decided to make the kitchen its own. We put in this wall piece, and then I decided to build around that. I was fiddling around with the counters here because for some reason, there was this, the counters does this, when you place them near a wall, it's very good, but when you place them near a wall, they kind of create like this back piece to them. You can see it in the picture now, but when you actually place them freely, it's not there. But so the corner pieces will automatically have a back piece to them, which just looks horrible when you're trying to do what I did here. So I decided to throw in a half wall, trying to cover it up a bit and maybe not have it look so harsh. And then I started to decorate the kitchen. And you guys know I'm a chef in real life, so a kitchen is, for me, one of the most important rooms in a house. I wanted this kitchen to be, let's just say it, freaking fabulous. I wanted it to be so beautiful and really capture the essence of what I was trying to do with this mansion. Because again, it is a jungle mansion. I didn't want to go all out modern. So we have a lot of wood textures inside the build. We have a lot of the more vintage glamour stuff in here. So it's not too modern, but it's still really like glamour and beautiful looking. So there's a nice mixture of furniture. But the kitchen here, I love how it turned out. I'm just in love with it. The wooden turns and the stone and yeah, it's just so good. I'm in love with it. I think it turned out so nice. So tell me what you think about the kitchen down below when you actually see the video tour in the end, where you can get a better look at the kitchen. In the other part of this room, I needed to have a space where you could sit down and eat. So this house is actually only for 3 people. You could expand that and maybe like change one of the bathrooms, the bigger one that is upstairs, change that into another bedroom. You could do that. I decided not to do that because I felt like another bathroom would like made a bit more sense. But you definitely could do that if you wanted to. But yeah, the dining room area is not the biggest, but I honestly really love how it turned out. It's like nice, cozy and small looking. I was looking into changing the wooden color flooring on the outside as well to match what was going on inside, but I really loved having that bright looking wood texture outside because it helped break up the overall look of the white cubes that we had outside, and it was a really nice contrast to the white and green textures we were working with outside. So this is one of the bedrooms. This is a single bedroom. You could also just throw in 2 beds in here and make it like a dual bed thing, because this is a vacation home in my opinion. You could use this as an everyday home, but I created this with a vacation mindset. You could throw in another bed in there, it's totally possible, but yeah, I just made it as I thought I would love it. So this is probably more of a girl's room, and you're actually gonna see my sim in my builder sim in the end get in here and just spend most of his time in this room and in the pool. So that was really funny. I mean, it's okay, but it's just it's a bit more of a feminine room, and that's also where you saw we used a lot of different types of furniture styles, but I only used styles that I thought would work together well. So for the master bedroom here, I knew I wanted to use the vintage glamour stuff because I'm in love with the bed. I'm in love with the dressers, like these big dresser wardrobe type of items. I think they look so good, and I thought I could do something really special with the master bedroom piece here. So yeah, we just threw in shelvings on top of the bed and over it, just to kind of create the illusion that this is one big piece of furniture. Yeah, and of course tons of decorations on the shelving units and just trying to make it look real good. And then I needed a pop of color, so I decided to go with the orange looking carpet rug here. And I initially wanted to have a vanity table in there, but I couldn't actually figure out how to fit it in. It just didn't fit in that well, so I decided to move it outside, thinking that I was going to use it later as well. We didn't. Actually, I ended up deleting it because I just hated it. I couldn't find a place for it. And then I don't know, I went amok with the items that came from Vintage Glamour. I just thought I mean, it's definitely my favorite stuff pack. It's so good. And I know I'm going to be using that stuff pack a lot. I haven't played around with the butler yet, but I feel like in my Let's Play with Holly Gillett to the Spotlight, that is definitely a Let's Play that is worthy of a butler. So I feel like in that Let's Play, once she has enough money, we're gonna get a butler. But yeah, this is the downstairs bathroom. Totally missed that word. Downstairs bathroom. I tried to keep the color scheme in here a bit more muted, so the overall big feature that is in these excuse me, sorry, it's just doing something here. I'm so confused. I can hear a sound, but I can't see where it's coming from, which is really weird. So what I was saying, the big feature in the bathrooms was the tiles. And I wanted those to be the hero because I love those tiles that came with the Jungle Adventure. I think they're so good looking. And yeah, we just started with the downstairs living room space. So this is the entrance into the build. I feel like this is the front entrance. Yeah, and it's the only way you can actually enter into the build without going through a bedroom. So it is the front entrance, but it's not the front entrance that I usually do. You're kind of stepping into a big living room space, which I thought was a really cool idea. Normally when I do these entrances, I try to go the bit more American way or European way, where you have like a hallway for your stuff, your coats and stuff like that, and then you go into living rooms, all that stuff. But here it's just like straight into the living room, and again it's because this is a vacation home, so I can kind of get away with having these more unconventional rooms and room layout that you wouldn't normally see. For example, this living room here, which is so fun looking. I mean, looking back at it now, I like how it looks, I really do, but it's just so funky looking. I wanted to bling. I wanted to bring in a splash of color, and having this big blue feature wall and just trying to make the furniture complement that, I thought was so funny. It looks, I mean, I think it looks good, honestly, but it's just so different for what I normally do. So not normally do, I mean, I've done that before. You guys know me, I like a splash of color. It's kind of my trademark, doing weird colored furniture. Which honestly, in real life, I'm not afraid of buying a yellow couch. I'm actually looking at a yellow couch, which I thought could be really fun for when I move sometime in the near future. Having a yellow couch, I just think it could be so good with like a really dark blue background, and have like all these wooden textures, like this natural looking wooden texture. I feel like that could be really good. But yeah, that's something for the future. I'm daydreaming here. So we're just doing the last touch-ups before we go into the video tour. And there we go. Here we have the entrance. Remember, if you want to get this build, it is on the gallery right now. Just search my origin ID, which is Auvbri, same as the channel name here, or hit the link up in the description down below. There you'll also find the cheats that I use, because people ask about that, and I always post what cheats I use. It's always the same 2 cheats I use in my builds, so go check that out down below. And the new goal for 2019, as I said in the beginning of the video as well, is to reach 100k. So I have 3 goals. 100k, I want to do more collaborations with other builders in the community, and I'm gonna try to be more regular in building, let's play, and streaming uploads. So that's the overall goal for 2019 here. I feel like we can hit 100k this year if we really buckle down. So help me hit 100k, help me grow this channel with you guys, and spread the word. Tell everybody you know. Follow me on Twitter, link in the description down below as well, where I'm a lot more vocal and interacting with you guys. I also try to read as many comments and reply to as many as I can, but comments are really blowing up, so it's hard for me to comment on everyone. Zoe is starting playing with the ball, and that's a good thing because we're done really soon here. But yeah, remember, hit me up on Twitter, like, subscribe, share to the channel, spread the word so we can grow this channel even bigger. I have a dream. 100k this year could be really good. But there's nothing else for me to say other than thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and a comment down below. Tell me what you thought about the builds. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Tell me down below. Let's start a conversation. And there's nothing else for me to say other than have a truly fantastic day wherever you are in the world. And I will see you next time for another video. Bye!